My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review for My Father's Dragon. And this is a movie I was really excited for because it's made by Cartoon Saloon. If you're not familiar with who that is, they made The Secret of the Kells, The Song of the Sea, The Breadwinner, and I haven't seen those three movies, but they also made Wolfwalkers, which is one of my favorite movies of the past decade. It felt like a 90s Disney movie in the best of ways, and it just has stunning animation, a beautiful soundtrack. If you haven't seen it, I can't recommend it enough. The fact that movie lost Best Animated Picture to Soul is a complete joke. Just no, not even close. It is Soul is one of Pixar's worst movie, and Wolfwalkers is superior to it in every. I'm getting off track. Anyways, I was excited for this movie, but then I saw the trailer and I didn't think it looked too good. It looked very kiddish. The animation didn't look as stunning as it did in Wolfwalkers. So when I started this movie, I was a bit skeptical, and after watching it, all of my worries were confirmed. But let's begin talking about the stuff I loved. And I thought the first 15 minutes of this movie were perfection. I was just like, this might actually be one of my favorite movies of the year. It had a sweetness to it, it had complexity to it, the music was wonderful, and I was just like, I can't wait to keep watching this movie. And then you've also got the last 5 minutes, which is once again amazing, really great character work. It's emotional, and all of that really worked for me. So when it was grounded in reality, this movie just soars high. It is really wonderful stuff when it's grounded in reality. But then we get to the fantasy stuff, and this is when the movie just fell apart for me almost instantly. None of this stuff was even a fraction as interesting as the more grounded human aspects of this movie. It felt very kiddish, and I understand it's a movie for kids, but lots of movies for kids are amazing, so that's not a valid excuse. And I just found the story being told was just very lacking, and the fantasy stuff takes up like 90% of this movie. So that's a huge issue for me. And I also found the dragon character, Boris, to be very annoying. I get what they're going for. I understand that the beginning of this movie is about a mother and her son, and the mother's trying to figure things out, and she's trying to hide her fears the best she can so she doesn't put that worry onto her kid. And I understand we see that same idea paralleled between um, the kid and the dragon later on, because the kid's a lot more mature than him. I understand that, and I like the idea of it. I just don't think the character writing between the boy and the dragon was all that good for the execution to have as much weight as it was trying to have. I also found the villains on the island to be very stupid. Nothing about them worked for me. The voice cast does a fine job. You've got Jacob Tremblay, and he does a good job here. You've also got Gaten Matarazzo, who also plays Dustin in Stranger Things. And I'll say this, I found his character to be annoying, but I don't blame him. I blame the writing, because he played the character exactly as he should have been. Gar Shifton Fahani plays the mom in this movie, and I think she does a great job. And you've got Ian McShane as the villain, and I don't think he added anything to this movie. The animation, like I said, doesn't look anywhere near as beautiful as Wolfwalkers, but after a while you do get used to it, and it does look good, much better than lots of the 3D animation we get nowadays. I will say I'm kind of getting tired of the whole fantasy island plot. Like, Disney has a movie like this, I guess, coming out in 2 weeks called Strange Worlds, which I won't be seeing. And I don't know, we're just seeing these movies, these animated movies where they go to some strange world, and every plant and every animal is very exaggerated. And I don't think any of these movies look as unique as they think it does. So There was that, but the animation behind it is fine. And the music by Micah Dana and Jeff Dana I thought was fantastic, actually. One of my favorite scores of the year. Just, especially in the beginning of the movie, it really elevates it. And I think it does have a sweet, sentimental feel to it, which was perfect for this movie. So, yeah, My Father's Dragon, though, did let me down. 90% of the movie didn't work for me in any ways. You do got a very strong 10%, but it's such a minor part of this movie. And despite the nice music and the good voice performances, they're just not given the strongest material to work with, and in the end, couldn't save this movie. So I'm going to go ahead and give My Father's Dragon a 4 out of 10. Honestly, not the best year for animation. This movie let me down. Wendell and Wild was the biggest disappointment of this year by far. Lightyear was awful. I didn't see Minions 2 yet. I might watch it. It could be fun. I thought The House and Mad God were fantastic. Those are easily the two best animated movies. And I liked The Bad Guys and Bob's Burgers quite a bit. I'm very excited for Pinocchio. I might actually see that in theaters next week. Fingers crossed it actually happens. And I'm really looking forward to Puss in Boots 2 because the premise of that movie is great. But not the best year for animation, and this is yet another disappointment. But what did you think of My Father's Dragon? Did you like it? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for some more videos soon. And Gavin, out.